Virgo, big welcome to you. This is your March tarot reading coming from the mountains of Java. I have to say that the March readings have been quite philosophical, spiritual. Some have been a little bit dark, but nevertheless profound readings. So it might be erroneous to say I hope you enjoy it. But I do hope you get something from it. I really do. And if you do, Virgo, can you subscribe, hit the like button, pass a comment, because it all helps me with these dreaded YouTube algorithms. But above all, Virgo, I really do hope that you do get something from this reading. Now I'll be using probably 2 decks, but out of 3 decks. So the first deck is Tarot Nusantara, the second deck is the Steampunk deck, and the third deck is the Light Visions Tarot. Tarot Nusantara is actually a new one to me, which I love, whereas the Light Visions I've struggled with as a result of the rendering. Although I think I'll grow into it, I will keep using it and coming back to it. You can see on all of them I'm using quite a lot of salt, and that's to clear the energy and the spirits from them, something that I do fairly regularly with my tarot. And I also, you'll see a number of Jimat there that I use just to bring a good energy to the tarot and to my reading. Call on the spirits of the mountain to assist me in shuffling the cards, in picking the correct cards, and in interpret them for Virgo for March 2022. Virgo. Don't know about darkness, but there's some unknowns. There could be some fear in this reading. Yeah. The overall energy is that of the Knight of Wands, brave, fast-moving, fearless, but prone to rushing into things. This contrasts with the energy of the past. The energy of the past is that of the Hermit, looking inside yourself for answers, shunning the world and looking inside yourself. Your current energy, however, is the Ace of Cups. About love. A divine love coming your way. The energy in the future is the Moon card. So this is a card of the unknown. Maybe of fear also. The energy impacting on the outcome is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about multiple opportunities, but not all of them are good. Not all of them are what they seem. The energy that would change the outcome is the Six of Pentacles, which is the card of charity. I'm sure this is you receiving charity, but equally it could be you giving charity. But I think it's you receiving, because the outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. I call her the single mother card. Now, you might not be female and you might not have got children, but the energy is one of struggling a little to care for all your dependents, or to do everything. You feel like you're struggling, but do you know, I suspect that the world thinks you're doing quite a good job. So what to make of this reading? What to make of this reading? Remember, we've got this King of Wands here, which suggests you've rushed into something. So yeah, this Knight of Wands runs throughout it. As I say, he's quite fast, he's fearless, he's brave, but he doesn't half rush into things. He gets himself into things that maybe he shouldn't. Now, I don't know if that's what we should read into this. I think we do read that into this reading. Yes, yes. I think you rush into something that you didn't give enough consideration to. Now, there is an Ace of Cups coming up, which suggests love. I wonder if it's a love that you've rushed into, gone too quickly into. It's hard to say. I mean, this energy permeates all the other energies. So I need to bear that in mind as I'm talking about the other energies. But yeah, you've certainly rushed into something. I'm sure that's what it's telling us. Now, your past energy is the exact opposite of rushing. Your past energy is that of the hermit. That's turning your back on the world, turning your back on others, exploring inside yourself, exploring your inner knowledge, looking for answers within. You look at the card, yeah, he's looking into that light, isn't he? He's looking for some sort of inspiration, as it were, from the light. What's inside himself? What's in your subconscious? What do you need to unlock? He's walking through the sea. He doesn't seem concerned with that because he's focusing on himself. But, you know, he's walking through the sea, so nobody's saying that this is going to be a bowl of cherries. You know, it may be tough going. There may be things about your inner child that you need to unlock. I mean, I always recommend meditation, and this is, if you like, a card of meditation. Yeah. But your current energy is the Ace of Cups. Love, maybe a new love. Creativity. I think it's a new love, but remembering that we've got the Knight of Wands here, I think you're rushing into it a little. You may be taking things too fast. Now, I'm a devil for that. I think most of us are, aren't we? And the cup is running over. It feels brilliant at the moment. It feels wonderful. A bluebird about to drop a coin into it. The hand is the cup has got wings. The hand is supporting it. Behind that is a cloud that feels like divine. It's over a lake with water hyacinths on it, which look absolutely beautiful, but there's something of a nuisance. It is a love. It is a love. I think it's a new love, but whether or not it's for you, the right person for you, I think that's what this reading could be about. And your future energy is the moon. This is the card of the unknown. It's also a card of fear. Fear of the unknown more than anything. You look at the cards, there's that lobster climbing out of the sea. I don't know if lobsters do go to spawn like salmon, but he's clearly wanting to go up that stream towards that mountain, which looks a very seductive place to go. On his route, he's got to pass those two creatures, so there's something a bit frightening about the journey. But he also goes through those Hindu gates there, which suggests that something new is opening up to him. There's a moon in the sky, so not everything is clear, not everything is illuminated to you, not everything is known. And that's the source of your fears more than anything. It's the unknown. What is it you don't know about, though? Is it to do with this new love? I wonder. Or maybe the unknown is to do with these 7 cups. I mean, are they connected to the Ace of Cups? I'm not sure here. You've got 7 cups. You've got 7 opportunities. Now, if this was about business, you might be taking more than one opportunity at a time. But I think we're still talking of love. I think we are talking of love here. And you don't know what you're getting yourself into, hence that moon. Now it could be wonderful, you know, if you happen to choose the cup with a reef in it, you might be very pleased. Chances are what you're doing, because you don't know enough about it, you're going for the cup with a cover over it, so you've no idea what it will bring. But it could well bring about that snake, which you wouldn't want. Could that be a warning of narcissism? It's possible, it's possible. I really don't know. I really don't know what it is. But you're getting into something without having the full evidence. And you're somewhat fearful of it as well. But nevertheless, you've rushed into it. You've done it, Virgo. Now, the card that would change the outcome is the Six of Pentacles. It's a card of charity. Now, it could be you giving charity, but I've got the distinct feeling this is you receiving charity. You receive probably money from somewhere you weren't expecting, and that changes everything. You look at the card, she's got those scales in her hands, so there's a justice element to this, as though you're only getting what you rightly deserve. And she's giving to the poor. So it's almost that you've put yourself in a position of having less money. You're being selfless. But maybe in your selflessness, the universe will reward you. Maybe. And the outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, it's not a bad card. It's not a bad card, but look at her. She looks tired. And why does she look tired? Well, she's got all these dependents. And she's probably... I mean, you know, you may well be male and... Well, here I am ascribing gender roles, sorry. But, you know, you could be working, maybe even full-time. You could be running a home, cooking, cleaning, looking after children. It's that sort of an energy. And you're tired. You're tired from doing it. And it's taking its toll on you. But you're actually probably doing a very good job. You don't think you are. You think it's a struggle. And it is a bit of a struggle, you know. But everybody else thinks you're doing a wonderful job of it. Does this mean that this new love came with a ready-made family? And you're sort of somewhat reluctant to jump into it, but you do. You're somewhat fearful of can you manage, but you can. Yes, you'll be tired, but it'll be worth it in the end. But if, as a result of taking this on, you may be rewarded by the universe and come into some unexpected sum of money which makes life easier. Let's get some clarity. Let's get some clarity, because I'm not entirely certain of this story. And I'd like the clarity on the Moon card. What is it you don't know? And the first card of clarity is the Hierophant. Formal ways of seeing things, maybe formal religions, learning from others. Then we have the Five of Pentacles, the card of poverty. And then we have the Justice card. How terribly interesting. How terribly interesting. So we got this Hierophant card. Now, remembering that the overall energy is the Knight of Wands who rushes into things, the Hierophant is the opposite. It's the tried and tested. It's the conservative ways of doing things, learning from others. Could be religion, could be about religion. But I think it's about tried and tested ways of doing things. And if you're rushing in, is this a warning that that's what you're not doing? And you're frightened that you've... Maybe there are if this is about a relationship, maybe there are red flags about this relationship. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, what am I getting myself into? What am I getting myself into? Because this is about the Moon card. Do you know, I think that's it. You see, my wife, and I have to say I couldn't be happier. But, I found her on the other side of the world. There were so many red flags. No one in their right mind would have jumped into the marriage as I did. And probably I wouldn't have, had I not endured 20 years of persecution by a psychopathic, covert narcissist. But I did. And with it came her 2 children. And with her 2 children have come financial problems for me. Not huge, but I'm not feeling particularly rich. And that's what this all feels like. And just as I was probably worried before I committed to my wife, so are you. So are you worried. You're worried about the future. Well, let me say, whatever travails will be put in your path, it's worth it if you find the person you really love. It really is. And this interpretation is reinforced with the next card, which is the 5 of Pentacles, the card of poverty, or feeling like you're in poverty. Now, remember, this is the Moon card, the unknown, so I think this is your worry. Your worry is, will the money be enough? And just as I worry, I've been in Indonesia now 10 years, and I've never made any money or been able to work. I came just as Indonesia was deciding they no longer wanted Westerners in their country. And it'd be a waste of my time and waste of my money to try and do anything. So better to just try and live off what I'd made throughout my life, And that's what I do. And I don't have the sort of money to do many things, but, I'm happy. And it's more my worry about it because I've not earned any money in 10 years. I've sort of resolved that I never will. And so I'm careful as a result. But maybe I'd be better off treating myself a little more than I do. And I think that's what this card's about. You look at them. She's got her child there. It's snowing. I hate to see the snow because we never get it in Indonesia. It looks bleak, doesn't it? But they're passing a chapel with a stained glass window and the light shining through it. There's always hope. There's always hope. Now, the final card is the Justice card. Now, this could be formal justice. It could be through a court of law. And it could be about something that's happened in the past. But, I don't think it is. I don't think that's how we should read it. I mean, it's entirely possible to read it that way. But what I think it is you are going to be rewarded by the universe for this bold gesture. Because you're going to take on somebody else's family and treat them like your own family, or it might not be a family, but whatever their dependence, you're taking something on. You're fearful of it, but you're going to do it. And yes, you've rushed into it a bit, and now you're having all sorts of second thoughts, but it's going to happen, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. The universe is going to reward you for it at some point. Now, whether or not that's this charity card, this 6 of Pentacles, I'm not too certain it will happen in March that quickly. And maybe the charity's a long-term thing, as is this justice. That's how it feels to me. But Virgo, I think we can summarise now. I think we've got to the bottom of it. Virgo, in the past, you've been sort of exploring your inner self, exploring what you're about and why. Taking things very cautiously, cutting yourself off from others. But now you're ready to rush into things, and rush you do. You rush into a new love. You rush into a new love. And you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know. There's red flags about this new love. There are. There's red flags about it. Not least as I believe they come with a ready-made family. Or if it's not that, then they certainly come with some sort of dependency. And you're worried. It's worrying you. You don't know for a fact what's going to happen. You don't know how you're going to be able to cope. And you're saying to yourself, well, oh God, my mum and dad wouldn't have advised me to do this. I'm not listening to them. You're out on a limb, aren't you? You're out on a limb and you're worried. You're worried about money because you know that in pursuing this new love, you're not going to have anything like the money you once did. And it worries you. It does worry you. And chances are that as a result of it, you will find yourself juggling, working hard, tired, feeling like you're not always coping. But the world probably thinks you're doing a wonderful job. And there is no greater joy. There is no greater joy than the love of somebody else and maybe their family. It's a wonderful feeling to have. I know, because that's my position, So it's a beautiful blessing you're getting. But in being brave, and yes, you've been brave, but you've been a little bit rash, and you have, but you're like me, you're led by the heart, you rush into things, regret later, and you are having these second thoughts, but I think the world, or the universe I should say, is going to reward you for this. You're going to get some money from somewhere that you weren't expecting. Now, there is a possibility this will happen in March, but I don't think it does. I think it's a longer term thing. But once you get that, clearly these worries and these dependencies, you can deal with it all. You're going to receive some form of charity. Something's going to come into your lap that you weren't expecting. And it means you can fulfill your obligations and you don't have a care in the world, really, I guess. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed Tarot from Java as an addition to my channel, The Magic of Java. Please take a look at the other videos that I have on this channel about magic from Java, and I hope that you will become a subscriber. Now, if you want to hear your next tarot reading, hit the button, and that will inform you of when I publish new readings. I'm certainly going to do a reading for every month, but maybe I will try them a bit more frequently, say a mid-month reading, and maybe also some special readings. But above all, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, and enjoy Java.